In the Supreme Court's June 30th decision on birthright citizenship, there was a 6-3 breakdown that Trump's executive order removing birthright citizenship from undocumented immigrants' children was unlawful. But Brett Kavanaugh said it was unlawful because it violated a congressional statute, not the 14th Amendment. I'm PhDRachel. Let's talk about a time when the Congress removed birthright citizenship from an entire group of people, and the courts let them. In the late 19th century, Congress passed a law that said that immigrant women who marry citizen men basically receive their citizenship. So if their husband is a birthright citizen, they are now a birthright citizen, under the idea that men and women who are married should have the same citizenship. Then in 1907, Congress acts in the opposite direction with the Expatriation Act, declaring that American women, even birthright citizens who marry non-citizens, forfeit their birthright citizenship, and according to the US government at least, take on the citizenship of their husbands. So this means you have American women born in the United States, some of whom have never left the United States, who are now no longer considered US citizens. This is also at the time of the early suffrage movement in the 20th century, which was achieving some victories, especially in the West, say in places like California. But now you have suffragists who helped get women's suffrage in their state who show up to vote only to be told, sorry, you are not a citizen because of your marriage. And one woman this happened to was Ethel McKenzie, and she filed a lawsuit. Now her case goes all the way to the Supreme Court in McKenzie v. Hare, which rules that Congress was perfectly within its rights to limit birthright citizenship in this case. It's kind of a weird extension of coverture, the idea that a woman suffers civil death upon marriage and there's one legal entity in the marriage led by the husband, at a time when in most areas coverture is being pushed back instead of pushed forward. They also argue that women make a choice to be married and that her choice to marry a non-citizen was effectively her renouncing her citizenship. And so the only way Ethel McKenzie is able to vote after California passes women's suffrage is to have her husband naturalize and become a citizen so that she will be considered a citizen, because California requires all of its voters to be citizens at this point in time, though many states, including Texas, did not yet. So this stands until the Cable Act of 1922 rescinds it, at least for American women who marry immigrants racially eligible for citizenship. At the time, you either had to be white or black to naturalize in the United States, and so if you married an Asian or someone who wasn't white or black, you still forfeited your birthright citizenship because of that marriage. We won't completely get rid of this until we hit World War II and start changing a lot of our anti-Asian laws that started out as anti-Chinese laws, because China is our ally against Japan in that war. All this to say, there is a history of Congress restricting the recipients of birthright citizenship in ways that the courts would allow.